In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on November 7, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Calgary Flames versus New York Islanders. The Calgary Flames face the New York Islanders, with both teams looking to improve from rocky starts to the season. The Flames are 5-4-1 and after an overtime loss, have fallen to the middle of the Pacific Division. The Islanders meanwhile have a 7-5 record, but a 3-0 loss snapped their 5-game winning streak. Both teams are looking to improve in their conferences, and the upcoming game should be a great one as a result. Calgary is 0-4 in their last 4 games overall and 2-7 in their last 8 games played on 1 day's rest, while the over is 6-2-1 in their last 9 games against the Metropolitan Division. New York is 5-1 in their last 6 games overall and 4-1 in their last 5 home games, while the over is 4-0 in their last 4 games against the Pacific Division. Calgary is struggling recently, losing 4 straight games. They have struggled with goaltending in recent games. The Flames have allowed 4 or more goals in 3 straight contests. Calgary ranks 21st in goals against per game. New York has won 5 of their last 6 games, and they are 4-1 in their last 5 home games. The defense and goaltending have both been good for New York this season. They rank 4th in goals against per game and 14th in shots against per game. Ilya Sorokin has a 5-3-0 record with a 2.12 goals against average and .933 save percentage on the season. He has allowed 2 or fewer goals in 4 straight starts. Sorokin has allowed more than 3 goals in just 1 start this season. The offense has been above average for the Isles. They rank 13th in goals per game and 13th in shots per game. The Islanders scored 3 goals or more in 7 out of the last 10 games. Despite being shut out in their previous game, the Islanders have played well on offense and they have received very good goaltending. I'm trying to fathom this line. I'm not laying any sort of juice with the Flames on the road simply because some would say they're due to bounce back. The Flames have been brutal over the last week, and I'm not looking to back them in any way, shape, or form. New York's playing really well right now and play that physical style that can be agitating to a team like Calgary trying to snap a losing streak. Playing at home and with Calgary's recent struggles, New York will have the edge in this one, so the New York Islanders money line is our full game side pick. The Islanders, who average 3.42 goals per game, should pile on the goals against a Flames defense that has allowed 13 goals in the last 3 games, with Brock Nelson, Anders Lee, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great puck movement. The Flames, who average 3.2 goals per game, should run up the score with Nazem Kadri, Tyler Toffoli, Elias Lindholm, and the rest of the forward unit crashing the net on the rush and creating open shots with great puck movement, while Rasmus Andersson and Michael Stone pick apart the Islanders from the point. The Islanders and the Flames both are averaging above 3 goals per game. The over is 4-1 in the Flames' last 5 games and 3-2 in the Islanders' last 5 games. Both teams have great offenses, and the upcoming game should reflect that, with both forward units finding the back of the net throughout the game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Blues versus Boston Bruins. The St. Louis Blues face the Boston Bruins, with both teams heading in opposite directions to start the season. The Blues are 3-6 and with 6 losses in a row have fallen to last place in the Central Division. The Bruins have a 10-2 record and are in first place in the Atlantic Division. While the Blues are hoping to climb out of last place in the Central Division, the Bruins are looking to continue their strong start and remain near the top of the Eastern Conference, making the upcoming game a crucial one for both teams. The Blues are 13-5 in their last 18 road games and 0-6 in their last 6 overall. The Bruins are 46-18 in their last 64 home games and 37-16 in their last 53 overall. The over is 3-0-1 in Blues' last 4 overall. The over is 13-5-2 in Bruins' last 20 overall. The Blues are 4-1 in the last 5 meetings in Boston. The underdog is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. The road team is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. St. Louis has struggled mightily, losing 6 6 straight games. The offense has been abysmal for the Blues this season. They rank last in goals per game and 25th in shots per game this year. St. Louis scored 2 goals or less in 6 out of the last 7 games. Jordan Binnington has allowed 4 goals or more in 3 straight starts. Boston has been superb this season. The offense is off to a hot start this season for the Bruins. They scored 4 goals or more in 7 of their last 10 games. The Bruins rank first in goals per game and 7th in shots per game. David Pastrnak leads the team with 19 points through 12 games. Pastrnak is tied for 4th in the league in points. Hampus Lindholm has 13 points on the season and he is tied for 3rd in points among all defensemen in the league. Boston is a perfect 6-0 at home this season. The St. Louis Blues aren't playing well at either end of the ice, and this losing streak is getting out of control. The Boston Bruins have been one of the best teams in the league through 12 games, and they've been ridiculous at home dating back to last season. This feels like 2 teams heading in different directions. This is a matchup between the worst offense in the NHL and the best offense in the NHL. The Bruins offense is averaging 4.2 goals per game, and they are going to have no issue running up the score in this game. The Bruins are playing much better than the Blues, and this game is going to be a blowout victory for the Bruins. So the Boston Bruins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Blues should limit the Bruins' offense with Justin Falk, Nico Mikkola, and the rest of the defensive unit stepping up and creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Jordan Binnington to make plenty of big saves. The Bruins, who allow only 2.5 goals per game, should eliminate and potentially shut out a Blues offense that is scoring only 2.33 goals per game with Hampus Lindholm, Connor Clifton, Brandon Carlo, and the rest of the defensive unit forcing turnovers in the neutral zone and defensive zone alike, while Linus Ullmark blanks the Blues shots. Defense and goaltending have both been good for Boston this season. They rank 5th in goals against per game and 9th in shots against per game. The Blues have been awful on offense so far this season. They rank last in goals per game and 25th in shots per game this year. St. Louis scored 2 goals or less in 6 out of the last 7 games. The total has gone under in 4 of Boston's last 5 games when playing at home against St. Louis. The Blues will simply struggle to light the lamp against Boston. The Bruins have been playing great defense and look for both defensive units to step up and make this game a low-scoring one. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus Washington Capitals. The Edmonton Oilers, led by 2 of the most dominant players in the entire league, head to Washington to battle the struggling Capitals in what is a matchup highlighted by Connor McDavid and Alex Ovechkin. Beyond those 2 names, the Oilers have a more talented team all over the ice, but for a veteran team like Washington that have won a cup in recent years, they can never be counted out, making this one a tough game to predict. Both teams were expected to be playoff threats in 2022, but the Capitals are riding a 4-game losing streak right now and have struggled to put together any type of momentum thus far in 2022, and the Oilers aren't the team you want to play while struggling. This is one of the most intriguing matchups in the NHL all week and could be a high-octane, thrilling battle and could be one of the last times we see these 2 high-profile stars battle each other. Edmonton is 5-2 in their last 7 games and 8-3 in their last 11 games against the Eastern Conference. The over is 3-1 in Edmonton's last 5 games. Washington is 0-4 in their last 4 games and 1-7 in their last 8 games against a team with a winning record. The under is 6-0 in Washington's last 6 games. Edmonton is 4-1 in these 2 teams' last 5 head-to-head meetings. Both the Oilers and Capitals have shown plenty of upside but are in the middle of the pack early on this season. Entering this matchup, the Oilers have looked a bit better both overall and recently. Edmonton has won 5 of their last 7 games while Washington is winless in 4 and has dropped 5 of the last 6. The Capitals' last 2 losses came to a good but not great Red Wings team and a bad Coyotes team. The Capitals have a couple of good performances under their belt and largely have not been blown out, but they appear to still be searching for their identity. The Oilers have an identity centered around offensive production and dominated by their high-end talent. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Evander Kane, and the Oilers look the better play in this one. The Capitals have allowed 3 or fewer goals in 6 straight games. That's pretty good goal prevention. Unfortunately for Washington, they won only 1 of those games as they are scoring fewer than 3 goals per game. That is not going to get it done against this Oilers team whose success is driven by offensive production. Edmonton can produce at a pace that Washington just can't keep up with right now. Even if the Oilers score only 3 or 4 goals, that is enough to beat the Capitals at their current rate of production. So the Edmonton Oilers money line is our full game side pick. The Oilers have one of the higher ceilings in the NHL in terms of scoring, but they are also one of the more volatile teams in terms of production. Any given game, McDavid and Draisaitl could combine for 5+ points while the Oilers put up a big score. But in the games when the Oilers are quiet, they can be really quiet. Edmonton has scored 5 goals in the last 2 games and scored 3 or fewer goals in 6 of 12. Washington has actually flexed good goal prevention lately. That strength matched up against Edmonton's volatility is a good recipe for the under. The Capitals are struggling to produce but are avoiding being blown out. Given the strengths and volatility of these teams combined with their current form, this one ends up being a low-scoring affair. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.